Data has shown children more prone to colds than adults, 7 to 10 colds per year compared to 2 to 5 in adults. This is in part because young children, the so-called super spreaders, haven't built up immunity defenses to the more than 100 to 200 different cold viruses that are currently believed to exist. In addition, children tend to touch everything in sight, and usually have close contact between parents and caregivers, so cold and flu germs spread easily. Christopher Allerup, commercial director of Enzymatica, the manufacturers of ColdZyme, explained what's expected when children return to school. Ironically, the common cold doesn't feel common anymore. With no or few legal requirements in place for mask wearing and social distancing, it's likely we will see viruses such as the common cold, RSV, norovirus and adenovirus pick back up as our resistance will be much lower due to the lack of exposure. Allerup continued, protection is better than treatment when it comes to the common cold. While many people focus on products and methods that help make their symptoms feel better once they've caught a cold or virus, few focus their efforts on shortening the duration by acting at first symptoms. Bowel cancer symptoms, the sensation when having a poo that can be a sign as such. Allerup explained some of the easiest ways to keep children healthy as they return to school. 1. Sufficient rest. It may sound obvious, he said, but ensure your child gets sufficient rest. Research has shown that lack of sleep can affect the immune system and its ability to fight infection. The NHS suggests that children aged between 3 to 5 years old get between 10 to 13 hours including naps, children who are 6 to 12 years old between 9 to 12 hours and teenagers, aged 13 to 18, 8 to 10 hours per night. 2. Eat well. Eating a healthy, well-balanced diet is important for everyone, but especially for growing children to stay well, said Allerup. High blood pressure, the salty 6 foods to avoid or risk deadly high blood pressure. Inside cancer symptoms, the signs of the deadly disease that often appear on the nails. Expert advice. Do you pee in the shower? Doctor explains why you should give up the habit immediately. Exclusive, he advised, offering options from all 5 food groups provides the right mix of vitamins, minerals and nutrients required to stay healthy. Vitamin C, D and B6 are amongst some of the most important. If your child isn't getting the nutrients they need from their diet, then you might want to consider supplementation. Have a chat with your local pharmacist to discuss your children's individual needs. 3. Good hand hygiene. If the pandemic has taught you anything, it's how vital and important it is to wash your hands and protect yourself and others by using hand sanitizer when soap and water are unavailable. Allerup said, most early years settings will assist younger children with this process, but the best place for them to learn good hand hygiene is at home. 4. Using a mouth spray such as ColdZyme that forms a protective barrier at the back of the throat where cold viruses start to take hold and multiply. The earlier you use it in the cold's life cycle, as soon as symptoms start to appear, the better, as the protective barrier can help shorten the duration of a cold by up to 3-5 days, said Allerup. Early symptoms of a cold can vary from person to person, ranging from a headache, scratchy or sore throat to a feeling of being under the weather, and children may not always be as aware or able to describe these symptoms. So as soon as they mention it, start to treat them. ColdZyme can be used by adults and children from 4 years old. ColdZyme, 20 ml, 17 pounds and 50 pence, and ColdZyme, 10 ml, 10 pounds. 99, at Amazon, Boots and pharmacies nationwide. 5. Keep them active. Being active supports the immune system and reduces the risk of becoming ill, said Al Arab. The NHS recommends that children aged 5 to 16 should do 60 minutes of aerobic exercise a day. Exercise doesn't have to mean taking your children to expensive clubs. Adopting simple changes such as walking or cycling to and from school or popping to the park for a post-school play can also be beneficial.